Now understand what is the concept. The concept is like this. Suppose there is a box like this. Let us make it a block. And in this there is a hole here. There is a hole here. And let us consider one more hole here. Now, if we draw the various views of this, so if you draw front view, so the front view of this would look something like this. And this is XY line. And if I draw the top view of this, then the top view will look like this. So all of you know now how to draw front view, top view of this, and this is how it will look. And just to draw the projections of these two holes in the front view. So roughly it will be like this, and then we will draw dotted lines here. So one dotted line here, second one here, like this. And we will also draw center lines and all those things. Now, why this concept sectional orthorhombic has come? We have orthorhombic projection. We know that if this is the object, we can draw front view and top view, and we can understand that there is a hole here, there is a hole here, and that can be seen from the top view. Okay, then why this concept has been developed? This concept has been developed in order to see the internal details. Now, internal details in the sense, though this is a simple object where there are two holes which are hidden, and that hidden holes cannot be seen, and it is to be represented like this by dotted line. But if this internal part is complicated, if it is not easy to understand, if it is not easy to understand from this orthorhombic projection, then we need to actually cut this object and see what is there inside the object. Suppose a part is being manufactured on a machine and the operator is not able to understand by looking at this front view and top view what exactly is the is there in the hidden part. Okay, which tools he has to use so that he will get the correct part considering the hidden details. So for that purpose, sectional orthorhombic projection has been developed. Now, how this sectional orthorhombic projection works? See, what is this? This is called a section plane. Section plane. So what is a plane? It is a two-dimensional thing, and it does not have any thickness. It does not have any thickness, so it is called as two-dimensional thing. And when this section plane is used to cut this object. So when this object is cut, how it will appear to us? So let me draw it here. When this object is cut, it will appear something like this. So this is the object, and when we cut it by the section plane, see, it will be cut like this. From here, this portion will cut here, and this portion will also cut here, like this. So the other portion will be removed. So which will be removed? See now, this portion which I am removing, this will not be seen. This will not be seen. This will be removed. And Now we'll be able to see the internal details. What are the internal details? I will draw it. See now, this is what we can see. These are the internal details, and when this is cut, it has cut it in such a way that this portion which I am shading, this portion which I am shading or drawing section lines, these are called as section lines. This will be cut. Okay, this will be cut. So whatever is shaded, that will be cut. And now if you look at the front view and top view of this, if you want to draw front view and top view of this, then it will be drawn like this. Now since nothing is hidden, so front view will be like this, and when we project it, draw the top view, it will be projected like this. Now the top view will look like this. So you must be thinking there is no change in the top view. Okay, yes, there is no change in the top view because this front view will be drawn in this like this, just like this. So this is how the front view will be drawn. All these lines should be drawn properly. I will explain you how to draw these lines. First, understand what you will see. Okay, so now this is called as sectional front view. Sectional front view, and this is called as top view. Now understand this. How will we draw the sectional? Now this you have already understood, so no need to explain this. Now understand here, this is the top view. Okay, top view you will draw as usual because it is just the top view and not the sectional top view or sectional front. It's not sectional, it is top view, usual top view, orthogonal top view. Now this front view is drawn sectional. What does it mean? It means that we are looking at this object, like this, looking at this object, and how will we come to know that from the top view? In order to understand it from the top view, we will draw center line here. We will draw center line here like this, and this center line will have thick edges, and I will show arrow here like this. This is A, B. So what is A, B? AB is the section plane. Section plane. So this plane is A, B. Okay, so what does this indicate? It indicates that the front view is sectional. Section plane कहाँ पे दिखेगा? Top view में. See this section plane. Where do you see the section plane? You see the section plane in the top view and not in the front view. Front view में तो कुछ नहीं दिखेगा. ये glass का बना है. Okay. Assume that it is made up of glass. Glass का बना है तो front view से कुछ नहीं दिखेगा. You will see an edge in the top view. Okay. You will see an edge in the top view. And what does this direction of arrow indicates? Direction of arrow indicates that we are viewing this front view from here in this direction. In this direction, if the direction of arrow is like this, it means we are viewing the view from this direction. Okay, so this is the top view, usual top view. This is called as sectional front view, and in this sectional front view, we have drawn this section lines. We have drawn this section lines. So these are called as section lines. And where have we drawn the section lines? we have drawn the section lines only at the portion where the section plane has cut the object. Has the section plane cut the object in this hole? No. The section plane has not cut the object in this hole. It has cut the object here, it has cut the object here, here, and excluding this hole, and then it has cut the object here. So wherever the section plane has cut the object, there we have drawn the section lines. Now you can imagine that this is a cake and you are cutting the cake with the knife. So if you are cutting the cake with the knife, you will cut it from here. This circular portion which is inside, we will not cut it like this. We are not going to cut it like this. We will cut it like this. यहाँ से ऐसा cut करेंगे as this section plane is cutting. Okay, so this is the sectional front view. This is the top view. There are other things also that we have to draw, that is center line and all other things. Here also we will draw center line like this. Here also we will draw center line. Okay. It is necessary to draw this section plane in the view which is not the sectional view. So I'm sorry, in the sectional view we cannot draw this section line plane. You have to draw it in either top view or in side view, depending on how it is cutting the object. Okay, and this is what is the three-dimensional representation of this sectional plane. Okay, now you can ask me what questions or doubts you have.
Sir, I did not understand the top view, sir.
Okay, what is wrong in top view?
Sir, वो sectional plane का I think sir it should be a half circle. That is why I had a doubt, sir, in that. अगर cut करेंगे तो half circle दिखेगा ना, sir?
Okay, you are correct. कट करेंगे तो हाफ सर्कल दिखेगा, लेकिन वी आर ड्राइंग दिस. आई सेड दैट वी आर ड्राइंग द टॉप व्यू, वी आर नॉट ड्राइंग सेक्शनल टॉप व्यू. So understand that whenever we are drawing this sectional orthographic, the top view is not sectional. Okay, I said it that it is sectional front view, but top view is orthographic top view. So orthographic top view will be this. ये टॉप व्यू, यही टॉप व्यू रहेगा. चेंज किसको करना है हमको? जिस व्यू में हम सेक्शन लाइन देख रहे हैं, जिस व्यू में हमको सेक्शन लाइन दिखाना है, वो व्यू ही सिर्फ चेंज होगा, बाकी कुछ चेंज नहीं होगा. अगर साइड व्यू भी बनाते, इफ यू ड्रॉ द साइड व्यू ऑफ इन बोथ द केसेस, ऑर्थोग्राफिक एंड सेक्शनल ऑर्थोग्राफिक, साइड व्यू विल बी सेम एज इट विल कम इन ऑर्थोग्राफिक. ठीक है, तो आई रिपीट, दिस इज टॉप व्यू, ऑर्थोग्राफिक टॉप व्यू, एंड हियर आई हैव रिटन सेक्शनल फ्रंट व्यू. मतलब फ्रंट व्यू में ही सेक्शन लाइंस दिखना चाहिए, टॉप व्यू में नहीं. अब ये ऑब्जेक्ट निकाल दिया, इसका मतलब ये ऑब्जेक्ट गायब नहीं हो गया यहाँ से. इसका मतलब ये है कि ये ऑब्जेक्ट इसलिए रिमूव किया, ये पोर्शन इसलिए रिमूव किया, सो दैट वी विल बी एबल टू सी द हिडन लाइंस, वी विल बी एबल टू सी द हिडन surface. That's why we have removed that. So, and that is indicated in the top view, that this is removed from here. So you can see this is removed from here, and this portion is removed, and what we see is this. Is it clear to you, students?
Yes, sir.
Sir, I have a
Yes,
doubt.
sir.
Yes, Nishant.
सर क्वेश्चन में अगर दिया होगा कि सेक्शनल ऑर्थोग्राफिक बनाना है, तो पहले अपना नॉर्मल बना के फिर सेक्शनल बना रहे कि डायरेक्ट सेक्शनल?
हाँ, बता दो. See, whenever it is asked in the question, it will be a complicated object, not easy as it is shown here. It will be an object similar to what we have solved for orthographic. And the question asked will be like this: draw sectional top view, then draw number 1 sectional top view or sectional front view, दोनों में से एक, and then number 2 side view, number 3 front view or top view. मतलब तीनों में से एक ही sectional होगा. Now, if you are doing it initially you will not understand that how to draw these lines. Then you can draw this. I am saying for the practice purpose. For practice purpose you can draw this, and then after you understand, okay, now this is to be made sectional, you can just make these lines continuous and draw section lines. But when you are doing it in examination, you should have practiced so many sums that during examination you will not draw like this, you will draw like this only. Okay, directly you should understand that this line should be continuous line. Now it is continuous line like this, it is continuous line, and you have to draw like this only. Also, you do not have to draw this 1, 2, 3, 4. You just have to draw either this or this, depending on question. If it is orthographic question, you have to draw only this. If it is sectional question, you have to draw only this. This I have shown for the purpose of understanding कि orthographic ऐसे दिखता है और फिर sectional ऐसे दिखता है. Any other question?
Yes, sir. I had a doubt.
Yes.
Sir, while cutting the object, is it necessary that we have to cut it symmetrically?
So we will not cut the object. The section plane, the location of section plane will be given in the question. Okay. Location of the section plane will be given in the question. It can be either like this, or there are different types of section planes. I will talk on that, but this will be given in the question. So as it is given in the question, accordingly you have to draw.
Okay, sir.
Now this type of section is called as full section. Full section. There can be half section also. There can be 3/4 section also. There are various ways in which section planes are covered. Any other doubt?
Sir, in this sectional view, sir, only sectional front view रहेगा ना sir? Top view हमेशा top view रहेगा ना?
Not necessary. Not necessary. If the section plane is cutting this object horizontally, okay. So then in that case, the top, these are section lines. This is called as section plane. AB is the section plane. What is a section plane? A section plane is a center line. It is a center line. It is a center line with thick edges. With thick edges. So you can see here the edges are thick. The edges are thick. Okay. If you just draw center line, then we will not understand whether it is section plane or center line. Okay, so you have to make the edges thick, and just thick edges, when you are making the edges thick, then it means that, see, always a section plane or center line will be with longer dash outside, and then this arrow indicates from where are you viewing the object. Somewhere you will find the arrow drawn like this also. So either it is drawn here or it is drawn here. Both have same meaning. Now understand how these section lines are to be drawn. So in order to draw section lines, number one, section lines are light and thin. Section lines are light and thin. Number two, these lines are drawn at 45 degree. Now if this is the outer periphery of the object, and here we have to draw section lines. Now when I say 45 degree, so this is 45 degree. This angle should be 45 degree, and it should be approximately 45. No, it should be exactly 45. Exactly 45. So when you are drawing this, when you are using mini drafter, that time you set it for 45 degree. Mini drafter, that time you set it at 45 degree and draw this one line, and other lines will be parallel. Now I have drawn it approximately 45 degree. Number three is spacing between lines should be approximately 3 mm. Now this is approximate. When you are drawing one line, and then if you are drawing second line here and third line here, then this spacing is too much. Okay, it may cover only two lines. This entire view may cover only two lines. So for that, the spacing given is 1 to 3 mm. 1 to 3 mm. Now 1 mm is too small, and it will take more lines. You will have to draw more lines. It will take more time to draw lines at 1 mm. Okay, both pass mein ho jayega. So we will consider this 3 mm. Okay, so this spacing between the lines. Now spacing is which spacing? This spacing. This spacing. And not this spacing. ये वाला spacing नहीं, vertical नहीं. दोनों parallel lines के बीच में का spacing is the spacing. So the spacing should be approximately 3 mm. So it is said 1 to 3 mm. You can take it as 3 mm. And the fourth and the most important point is when you are drawing section lines. See like this. Here, start it like this, edge to edge, edge to edge. Okay, edge to edge. This is correct, and this one is not correct. Which is not correct? This one is not correct. So this is correct. This is not. So what is incorrect? Okay, all these lines are not correct. Why? Because the lines have not joined the edge here. Here it has extended. Then here you can see the lines are not parallel to each other like these things. So these are things are not correct. So all the section lines that you will draw should be drawn like this. Now you must be thinking it is too lengthy and difficult. Okay, time consuming, not difficult, time consuming, that every time you will have to measure approximately 3 mm and then draw. You see whether I have measured it? No, I have not measured it, but you can see that it is around 3 mm. Okay, or the spacings are equal, almost equal. Now I have drawn it freehand. You will not be drawing freehand. You will draw with scale in your hand, or you will be using mini drafter or roller scale. So it should be uh, with the naked eye. It should be visible that okay, it is approximately equal. No one is going to measure whether it is 45-degree or whether the spacing is 3 mm or 4 mm. No one is going to measure. So what you can do is you can practice it like this. 3 mm डिस्टेंस कितना होता है प्रैक्टिस करके देखो. ओके, पहले पहले डिस्टेंस गिन के प्रैक्टिस करके देखो, एंड देन यू विल कम टू नो ओके अप्रोक्सीमेटली दिस शुड बी 3 mm लाइक दिस. एनी डाउट टू एनी स्टूडेंट?
सर वो जो सेक्शनल लाइंस है वो हिडन पार्ट में नहीं आएंगे ना? जो हिडन पार्ट कट होता है उसमें नहीं आएंगे, बस बाकी सब में आएंगे.
हाँ, जो सी अंडरस्टैंड, ये सेक्शन लाइंस कहाँ पे दिखेगा? द सेक्शन लाइंस विल बी सीन in that part of the view where the section plane is cutting it, where the section plane is cutting it. Now this section plane has cut it in such a way that it has touched this surface, it has touched this surface, it has touched this surface. ये वाले surface को touch किया क्या? सर्कल वाला नहीं किया. ये दूसरा सर्कल इसको टच किया है क्या? नहीं किया. So wherever the section plane is touching the surface, to whichever surface it is touching, that will be represented by section lines, and to whichever surface it is not touching, that will not be represented by section lines. Clear?
Yes sir, thank you sir.
There are things which are called as rib and web. Rib and web. Okay, so there is a rule when you are drawing section planes in rib and web. So let me draw this again here to explain this. So this is the object. Okay, this is the object like this, and suppose there is a rib here. There is a rib here. like this. Let us draw a hole in this, and let us make a U shape or a slot shape hole here. And now I am going to cut it by the section plane. So this is now the section plane, okay, and we are expected to draw the sectional front view. So the sectional front view of this would look something like this. I know all of you can draw this. And we have a rip from this to this portion, and here we have a dotted line like this. Okay, so this will be the uh, sectional front view. Oh, sorry, this will be the orthographic view. Now, but we are asked to draw sectional front view. So what will we do? We know that when you are trying to draw sectional front view, that time here we will have section lines, here we will have section lines, here, and here we will have section lines, correct? So initially only, instead of drawing it like this, what will we do? We will draw continuous line here. As I think Nishant asked me, we will draw it like this, correct? And these lines should also be drawn continuous. Should be drawn continuous. Here. And then if we draw the top view of this, then top view will be something like this. I am drawing it too much of rough, because here we have to give importance to understand the sectional view, and like this. Okay, so this will be the top view. So I am saying this is top view. No need to write, but I am writing just for your understanding. And then here we'll draw this. And this I will make thick, which is the sectional plane A, B. So here you can see A, B. You can also draw this along with me. There is no harm in drawing it. See, these are the section lines. So some of my lines may not join properly, but then I don't want to waste time in that. And here I will use, which is this line that I have used now? This line, what is this line called as? The arrow and the horizontal line. What is this called as? Can anyone tell me? I told you in the first or second lecture. This is called as leader line. Leader line. This line is used to write dimensions or write notes. It is drawn at 45-60 degree, and there is a horizontal line. Here I will write rib, R-I-B, rib. No, whenever, now you must be thinking, sir, here you should draw section lines here also. But I have not drawn section lines here, because there is a rule, and the rule is that whenever there is a rib, this is called as rib, okay, this portion. This is a rib. So whenever there is a rib, and in the rib, if the section plane is cutting along the rib like this is called as along the rib. This is along the rib. And this one is, if the section plane is cutting like this, then this is across the rib. Across the rib. So if it is cutting along the rib, then we will not show sections. See, here we have not shown. But if it is cutting across the rib, that time section has to be shown. Okay, so in this particular sum, it is cutting along the rib. Okay, it is along the rib. So we will not show section lines here, and it will be written like this: RIB rib. See if it is understood. Any doubt to any student?
सर अक्रॉस द रिब कैसे आएगा?
अक्रॉस द रिब अभी नहीं बताता हूँ मैं, जब भी आएगा तभी बताता हूँ. ओके, इस सम में नहीं बताता हूँ, क्योंकि इस सम में खराब हो जाएगा. तो दूसरा सम जब मैं लूंगा तभी बताऊंगा.
ओके सर.
This is done in order to ensure that, or in order to understand that, okay, this is rib. तो जब रिब पोर्शन है तो यहाँ पे सेक्शन लाइंस नहीं ड्रॉ करते. उसका रीजन ये है कि समझना चाहिए कि यहाँ पे रिब है करके, और यहाँ पे लिखा जाता है RIB rib. Now, when you are drawing, some students may draw this line. This line. Understand that this line will not come. There is no significance of this line here. There is no reason why this line will come. Whenever it is cutting this object, whenever the object is cut here, that time this line will not come. And understand that इस लाइन के इधर साइड में, इस लाइन के इधर साइड में पूरा सेक्शन है, तो ये लाइन का कोई महत्व ही नहीं है. It does not exist. Okay, I will tell you few more cases where students will do like this. Okay, so understand that whenever there are section lines on either side of the line, this line has no significance. It will not be there. Is this much clear to all of you?
यस सर.
Yes, sir.
sir.
In section, or these are the sections. No, these are the sections. These are the sections. Now it may happen that something is behind this. Something is behind this section. इसके पीछे. Okay, then you will tend to draw it like this. Correct? So in this case, you will draw section line, dotted lines in the section lines. So in section lines, we do not draw dotted lines. Okay, in section lines, we do not draw this dotted line. Then you will say, sir, if I talk about this top view, it will be something like this, correct? It will become something like this, top view. Then you will say, sir, what about this dotted line? It is not drawn. In section, dotted lines are not drawn. But if it is important, then only dotted lines will be drawn. Dotted lines will be drawn in section. Only if it is important, then it will be drawn. Important in the sense that if we are not able to understand from the other view. So for example, here I have to draw this dotted line because there is something behind this. But then that it is not at all necessary. In the top view, I can understand from the top view, so I will not draw the dotted line. But then even from looking at the top view, if I am not able to understand that there is something hidden behind this section, then only it will be drawn. So when we will take some numericals, that time we'll come across this part that we don't draw, or we draw section lines, we draw dotted lines behind in the section lines. Okay, so right now you just remember this, that section lines में dotted lines draw नहीं करते हैं. तो कौन सा cases आएगा, that I will explain. Now I talk about web and rib. Okay, so rib you have understood. What is web you understand now? Web will be something like this. Now generally this rib and web will be small in thickness, around 10 mm, 12 mm, sometimes it may be 6 mm, 8 mm, like this. Okay, so if I say that this say no, this is not this is not web, this is not web, this is part of the object. Okay, this is part of the object. Web is like this. I'm drawing it now, how the web will look like. Suppose you have one rib here, you have another rib here, and maybe there is a cylindrical object here. Something like this. Something like this. Okay, so these two are no rib. This one is rib, and this one is also rib. And this thickness, you can see this thickness, thickness of now I am drawing the shaded portion here. So this portion, this portion, this one, this is the web. This is the web. Okay, so I will show it to you in some numericals also, in some drawing questions also, that this thickness, this portion, this one is called as web. ये पूरा, ये web है. Okay, and this is rib and this one is rib. So in rib, in web also we don't show sections when we draw it along the web. So these things will be more clear when we will take some numericals or some drawing. So there are types of section. Number one is full section. Number two is half section. Half section. So this also I had explained you. So let me explain you again what is half section. Suppose there is an object like this. Okay, and now if I take section like this, then it will be called as full section, correct? Full section. I am cutting the entire object, but instead of cutting it like this, I cut it like this. See, so this is the section plane now. This is the section plane. So what will be the front to end top view? Had it been full section, then the front to top view would be something like this. So we'll not draw top view now. If it is full section, then the front view it will be like this. It will be drawn like this. Full section. Now I understood that okay, there has to be, this has to be a through hole. So what I will do now, I will continue this and this. So this is how a full section would look like, correct? Now if it is half section, then it would look like this. Yes.
सर वो सेक्शनल लाइंस के बीच में भी वो लाइन नहीं
Correct,
आएगा ना?
correct. वो lines भी नहीं आएगा. These lines will also not come. This and this will not come. And see, it should be drawn like this. So there should not be any continuous line in between. So this will be like this, like this. And if it is half section, as we have drawn, if it is half section, then if this is the center part, okay, center line, then only this much will come in section. Okay, and what about this? This will be dotted. This will be dotted. So what will come in section? Only this much. Sorry. So this is how it will be drawn in section, and this portion will be we'll draw a center line here. So this is half
सर वो
section.
साइड में कंटिन्यूअस लाइन नहीं आएगी सर, ये डॉटेड लाइन क्यों आई है सर?
हाँ, ये डॉटेड लाइन क्यों आया? करेक्ट.
अरे हाँ सर, वो पार्ट हमने कट नहीं किया इसीलिए ना.
ये हमने कट नहीं किया ना, तो ये पीछे का जो पोर्शन है ये नहीं दिखेगा सामने से, तो ये डॉटेड दिखेगा.
हाँ हाँ हाँ, समझा समझा.
सो दिस इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन फुल सेक्शन एंड हाफ सेक्शन. ये फुल सेक्शन में पूरा फुल कट हो जाएगा. हाफ सेक्शन में जितना पोर्शन में सेक्शन आया बस उसने पोर्शन में ही सेक्शन आएगा, बाकी रहेगा ऑर्थोग्राफिक. ओके, बाकी रहेगा ऑर्थोग्राफिक. यहाँ पे ऑर्थोग्राफिक नहीं, ये सेक्शनल ऑर्थोग्राफिक है. दिस इज कंप्लीटली सेक्शनल ऑर्थोग्राफिक. हियर इट इज हाफ orthographic and half sectional. Is this concept of half section clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Then there are few more sections that you need to know. That is revolved section. Revolved section. Then there is removed section also. Removed section. So sometimes when you will see questions, that time either revolved or removed section will be given. So this revolved section would look something like this. So if the object is say okay, so I am not drawing this part which is behind. Now if this comes in section, this comes in section here. And the object actually is like this. Object actually is like this. Now this is the part where the sectional plane has cut the object, and it should look to us something like this. This is the actual object. Okay, so this object would be like this. So when this is cut, what will be the front view of this? The front view of this will be like this. So each line will be drawn one. So in front view, if I draw the front view looking from this, we will not see the section, because section can be seen in which view? Section can be seen in this side view. In the front view, we will not see the section. If this is front view, we will not see the section. But then if this section is drawn in the front view, if it is drawn in the front view, then it is called as revolved section. How? See how? The front view of this would be something like this. Okay, so we will draw front view of this in this manner. Considering that it is not cut, it will be like this. The front view of this will be like this. So you will see these lines. So front view will be like this. But if in this front view, if I draw the section, say like this, and this internal part will be removed, and I will make it all sectional. Okay, so this is now called as revolved section. What is the meaning of this? The section is seen from this direction, So see the direction of the arrow cursor. The section is seen from this direction, but and it will be drawn when it is seen from this direction only, but then we are revolving it at an angle of 90 degree and drawing it here. So this is called as revolved section. Revolved section. एक और एग्जांपल देता हूँ revolved section का quickly. If there is a T shape something, okay, maybe a T shape bar or something. And if I take the section, what will be the front view of this? If I see from here, the front view of this will be like this. Okay, this will be the front view. If I take the section from this direction, and if I draw it here inside this, then this is now called as revolved section. इसको rotate किया हमने 90 डिग्री से और फिर ड्रॉप किया. So this is called, it is drawn because every time it is not possible to draw the sectional view. Okay, so इसमें ही उसको रिवॉल्व करके ड्रॉ कर दिया है. तो अभी देखो यहाँ से अगर हम देखेंगे फ्रंट व्यू, तो फ्रंट व्यू विल बी लाइक दिस, एंड वी डोंट नो दिस इज द फ्रंट व्यू. एंड व्हाट विल बी द टॉप व्यू? द टॉप व्यू विल बी लाइक दिस. पूरा ऐसे टॉप व्यू रहेगा और इसमें दो डॉटेड लाइन रहेगा. So from front view and top view, we are not able to make how the section is. So in such cases, the section is cut and is revolved by 90 degree and drawn in the front view itself, and then it is called as revolved. You can search on this revolved section on Google पे just revolved section images डालो, you will get number of images. And if you have any small doubts or questions which you have not asked right now, that will be cleared. Okay, revolved section क्या होता है? एंड सिमिलरली देयर इज रिमूव सेक्शन. रिमूव सेक्शन मतलब ये जो सेक्शन है इसको रिमूव कर दिया यहाँ से और कहीं बाहर ड्रॉ किया. इंस्टेड ऑफ ड्रॉइंग इट इनसाइड द फिगर, इफ इट इज ड्रॉन आउटसाइड द फिगर, देन इट इज कॉल्ड एज रिमूव सेक्शन. मतलब यही सेक्शन ड्रॉ किया लेकिन यहाँ पे नहीं ड्रॉ किया, बाहर ड्रॉ करके बता दिया, देन इट इज कॉल्ड एज रिमूव सेक्शन. ठीक है. सो आई थिंक दिस इज सफिशिएंट फॉर यू टू अंडरस्टैंड सेक्शनल व्यू. नेक्स्ट टाइम वी विल टेक one or two numericals. So I will be having solved numericals. I will explain there itself, and you will be drawing it. Okay. So I will stop for this lecture